Hello everyone and welcome to another gaming news special with myself, Amata, here on the 21st of January, and I have some more Rome 2 Total War news for you today, as we actually have some news on the reveal of the third playable faction. So, who'll be joining Rome and Carthage, I hear you cry? Well, it's going to be Macedon, which is of course a Greek city-state, and I've got a little bit of information for you here about the faction in general and the type of units they're going to include, and also give you some idea as to the bonuses and strengths of this particular faction if you choose to play them over Rome or Carthage. Basically, the army of Macedon is going to be focusing primarily on infantry and cavalry, and it's detailed here as having little changed since the days developed by Philip II and Alexander, and not much has changed in the terms of tactics, technology, or siegecraft since those glory days, and they pretty much lean on the Campanian and Thessalian cavalry. They're not particularly a strong naval power at all. Macedon has long relied on seafaring Hellenistic subjects such as Athens and Rhodes, so they're not going to be strongest when it comes to the sea. And as a successor state, Macedon actually gains an advantage when fighting other Hellenic factions and enjoys improved income provincial growth from every client state owned. Experienced warriors, the armies of Macedon also have an advantage when fighting against barbarians. They also have a nice bonus to income and population happiness. However, the other Hellenistic states find it hard to forgive Macedon's hegemonic tendencies, and as such the Macedonian player will have a harder time winning their trust and allegiance. So you get a few bonuses there, but also a few negatives as well, as is the case with pretty much every faction in the history of Total War ever. But it sounds like there's some pretty nice bonuses there, especially if you like to keep your population fairly happy rather than just running amok. It sounds like they get a nice bonus there, so it might be better for players who are a little bit new to the intense multitasking that the Total War games tend to require of you, with keeping your population happy as well as building up your army and so on. It sounds like they really won't be great on the sea at all, and obviously the lack of trust from other states in the Hellenistic region will be a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's not going to be impossible. You just have to make it more worth their while, and perhaps just to ignore them, make them your enemies from the get-go, and just make allies with the people who generally don't care about your hegemonic tendencies, as it's quoted here on the wiki. So I've got that was a fair amount of information there for you guys. There isn't actually an official set in stone release date for this yet. It has been rumoured to be set for October 2013. But it's simply been set by Sega as late this year. So it could be right that is October 13th for this particular game, but it could also be completely wrong. However, that sounds about right to me, but obviously we may learn very, very differently. I have done a video on Carthage as well, so if you want to go check that out, there should be a link in the video or in the description if I don't need to be slapped and I have done my job correctly. So, I hope you've enjoyed this video, found it somewhat helpful and entertaining. Please do throw us a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, it really does help. And I'll see you again next time.